This is the Rimrock Buzz podcast, and we're broadcasting from Rimrock Elementary in Fruita, Colorado.
This podcast is sponsored by the Rimrock Student Council and is hosted by the Student Council podcast team.
My name is Mercedes.
Hi, I'm Ethan.
This is Jet.
I'm Nate.
Hi, I'm Brandy.
And I'm Josh.
The Rimrock Buzz podcast is your connection to information about what is happening inside and outside of the school.
The Lynx is our mascot, so hear our roar.
Rimrock Elementary is the place you want to be. Everyone here has personality. Open your mind and open the door. Come right in and hear our roar. R is for respect for self and others. O is for ownership for action and words. A is for attitude, keep it positive. The last R is responsible for learning. Well, that's a wrap, there is no more, so now it's time to hear our roar.
On today's podcast, Nate and Brandy will be interviewing Miss Kramer and Miss Cooper, Rimrock's principal and vice principal.
Nate and I will report about October, November, and December Student Council Spirit Days.
They will also tell us about Thanksgiving and Christmas happenings.
Brandy interviewed Miss Brown and Miss Jensen, Rimrock's physical education teachers, about the Heavenly Hat fundraiser that we had in October, and about the next community project that the physical education department is sponsoring.
Josh and Jet will introduce some of November's Golden Roar winners in the cafeteria.
So don't go away. We'll be right back with Rimrock Buzz, Volume 1, Episode 2. Wow, Nate, Rimrock has a lot going on for the holidays and special days in November and December.
Yeah, Ethan, I'm interviewing Miss Gisner about the Giving Tree, the shoe program, and the canned food drive, which has already begun. But before I visit with her, will you tell the audience about the October Crazy Hair Day Spirit Day?
Well, as you can see, Crazy Hair Day brought out the crazies in many people. Check out Mr. Bishop and Jet. I saw some amazing things that people did with their hair. You gotta love it.
Where are the next Spirit Days, and what will be the themes?
November Spirit Day is Decade Day, and December 17th will be Duct Tape Day.
What else is happening at Rimrock during November and December?
Well, students will be on Thanksgiving break beginning on November 24th through the 26th. Yay, no school! School will resume on November 29th and will continue through December 17th.
Christmas vacation is from December 20th through January 3rd. Bummer for the teachers, though. They'll be back on the 3rd of January for a teacher work day.
There will be 2 first-grade music programs in December. They are presenting 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. And on December 14th, Miss Pewter's, Mr. Harmon's class, will perform at 9 a.m. and also at 7 p.m. Miss Langley's and Miss Leonhardt's class will perform on Wednesday, December 15th at 12:25 p.m. and again at 7 p.m.
On the last day of school before Christmas break, December 17th, there will be a Christmas Idol program. This should be really fun for the students because the Christmas Idol will star some of the teachers and staff at Rimrock. There will also be a brief Christmas sing-along after the Idol show.
I love November and December. It is the season of giving, and speaking of giving, up next is Miss Gisner and Nate.
Good morning, Mrs. Gisner. Thank you for being on our Rimrock podcast.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me.
Well, Mrs. Gisner, I understand that the canned food drive has already begun and classrooms are collecting cans now. When will the drive end and who will be receiving our collected cans?
Well, we are really excited to have a canned food drive again this year. It's sponsored by the Salvation Army and Channel 11 News. It will go through Wednesday, December 15th. And the cans that are collected from our school will go to families in need in our community.
Is there an award for the classroom that collects the most canned food items?
There is. The top 3 classrooms that collect the most cans will earn a pizza party. And competition is very fierce in our school, so I know teachers are really excited to get that going. One other thing I wanted to add about the canned food drive is Student Council will be having a holiday movie on Wednesday afternoon, December 15th. Entrance into that movie will be 1 can of food, and so Student Council really helps to give a big boost to the canned food drive here at school.
The giving tree will be set up on November 22nd. Please tell us what it is and who it's for.
This is our second year doing our Rimrock Giving Tree. We set up a Christmas tree in the lobby by the office, and it is for families in our school who need some support during the holiday season. So Rimrock families and staff members have the opportunity to take a name off of the tree, and then they help to provide Christmas gifts for the person that they chose off of the tree.
You also have a shoe program. That is very important to us students at Rimrock.
We do. This will be the 4th or 5th year in a row that we'll do our shoe program. Any Rimrock student and any children living in the home that need shoes have the opportunity to go to Payless Shoes in the mall and actually go shopping for a brand new pair of shoes. That program is sponsored by the Fruita Masons Club, and they buy a brand new pair of shoes for any student and family member who needs it.
Mrs. Gisner, you also have organized the Kids Aid, which is a backpack program. Please tell us how that is going.
It is going awesome. The Kids Aid Backpack Program is a program sponsored by local churches, and any student who says that they need a little bit of help in their family with groceries receives a backpack full of food every single Friday of the school year. We have 58 students in our school that receive backpacks of food every Friday, and it is just a fantastic program that gives families cans of soup, peanut butter and jelly, macaroni and cheese, just things that they can eat over the weekend.
It is better to give them than to receive, and what a blessing it is. Thank you, Mrs. Gisner, for everything that you do for our students and families at Rimrock Elementary.
Thank you very much, Nate. It's my pleasure.
This is Nate, and this wraps up the holiday and special day segment for this podcast. Now don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Hi everyone. It is time for physical education happenings, and up next is interviews with Mrs. Brown. Mrs. Brown has an update and a recap of the Heavenly Hats fundraiser that was sponsored by Rimrock's Physical Education Department. Hi, Miss Brown, and thank you for coming. So Heavenly Hats Day was on October 28th. Would you refresh our memories and tell us what Heavenly Hat Day is about?
The Heavenly Hats Foundation collects and distributes brand new hats of all kinds to people of all ages who lose their hair due to the treatment of cancer or many other medical conditions which may cause hair loss. So be of any age, and they'll hopefully get a hat coming your way.
How much money was raised this year?
Throughout the school, we raised $419.52.
There was also a school-wide contest. Would you tell us about that and which classes won?
Sure. Each class reported the highest percentage students who had hats that day. So if you wore a hat, you were counted in that percentage. And so Mrs. Slipka's class got in the intermediate grade, won for them, and then Mrs. Myers in the primary grades won, and both of them won a popcorn party. So each one of those classes got popcorn for the day.
Well, thank you, Mrs. Brown, for update about Heavenly Hats. Stay tuned, everyone, next to visit Miss Jensen about the community project and the Physical Education Department is sponsoring. Hi, it's me, and I'm here with Mrs. Jensen, who has come to tell everybody about the annual toy run. Hi, Miss Jensen, and thank you for coming. Rimrock Elementary has participated in the toy run every year since school opened. Please tell our audience about it.
Okay, so the Harley Davidson Toy Run is a group of owners who own Harley Davidson motorcycles, and they go to schools and places throughout the community and collect toys for kids who don't have that many for Christmas.
When will the box for collections of the toys be set up?
The toy run will be from November 15th through December 3rd, and the box will be located in the lobby of the office. So if you walk through our doors, the box will be on the left, a big giant one.
What kind of toys should we bring?
New and unwrapped toys, so don't wrap them in wrapping paper or anything, just leave them in their little package. And then they can be from newborn all the way up to 18 years old. So gift cards, puzzles, jump ropes, basketballs, anything like that.
When will we get to see all of the motorcycles come pick up the toys that we collected?
On December 3rd, which is a Friday at 3:15, they will come and pick up the toys. They'll park their bikes in front of the school, and they'll rev their engines and make lots of noise.
Well, that's a wrap of this segment of Physical Education Happenings. Thank you again, Miss Jensen.
You're welcome.
Now, don't anyone go away. We'll be right back with more podcast buzz from The Rock.
Hi everyone, this is Jet and Josh, and I will now announce some of the Golden Roar winners in the cafeteria.
For the week of October 29th, 2010.
First grade winners were Alora Johnson, Monse Soto, Ty Jones, and Chance Di Paola.
Second grade winners were Nicholas Cook, Justin Rager, Tava Johnson, and Hannah Hillier.
Third grade winners were Nora Storer, Brexton Slaw, Emma Graves, and Kevin Lopez.
Fourth grade winners were Lista Rodriguez, Joshua Bowles, Joseph Barnes, and Paisley Bertard.
The fifth grade winners were Angelique Gall, Byron Pruitt, Chandler Bobbitt, and Michaela Toms.
Well, that concludes the winners for this podcast. Golden Roar words are given weekly, so these people are but a few of the winners.
Our second podcast of the Rimrock Buzz.
This broadcast is sponsored by the Rimrock Student Council and hosted by the Student Council podcast team.
On behalf of Mercedes, Nate, Brandy, Ethan, Josh, and myself, thanks for watching the Rimrock Buzz.
Rimrock Buzz over and out.